Welcome back. This is part 6 of What's on My Walls. And before we get to a couple of cityscapes, I want to show you this enigma. It's charcoal on paper, it's from Germany, and it's signed G. Becker. And I sent out emails to various libraries and museums in Germany, and I found a couple of German art experts in Canada, one of which, a professor, got enthusiastic about the project and really helped me out. And he came up empty-handed, reached out to his colleagues across Germany. They came up empty-handed. The one consensus they all came up with was early 1950s. So that would make this post-World War II, return to Bauhaus, Futurism, German Expressionism. Don't know. But I love this, and it remains the collection's enigma. So, let's get off to the first of our cityscapes. This is a pastel called New York Sunset by Dolice. And it was love at first sight because I loved the whole light play with the skyscrapers and the fact that night had fallen by the river. I just loved all of that. And the little spotlight, see that? Dolice was born in 1892, and he did all the usual art school studying and then made the rounds to the great museums in Europe studying art, and didn't come to America until 1920, at the age of 38. Settled into Greenwich Village, which you can see here, and made basically New York his muse for a career. My funny little framing story is that I had frame picked out, matting picked out, got to the framers. No. Turns out there's an orthodoxy about framing pastels. It's got to look like this. Okay, I went with the program. Who knew? Dolice, New York Sunset. Now we move back to the living room, and I'm sure you may have noticed we have buzzed by this one often. This is Robert P. Anderson's The City's Jewels from 1954, specifically November. Out at the Polo Grounds, the baseball Giants have just taken the World Series in 4 straight. The highlight? Willie Mays' Miracle Catch. And over on Broadway, Mary Martin is sold out in Peter Pan. And just down the street at the Marquee Theater, White Christmas is on its way to being top grosser of the year. Robert P. Anderson is born in 1926 in Perth Amboy, New Jersey. Goes to high school there, but right around that time the family moves to Suwarran, New Jersey. He graduates high school in 1945, serves in the Navy for 4 years, graduates from art school in 1952, and the beginning of his career goes very well. A famous comedian in mid-century America, Sid Caesar, buys 2 of his paintings. Then there's an admiral in the Navy who has an apartment that overlooks Central Park and asks Robert Anderson to paint that, which he does. There are shows, newspaper clippings, but in 1958, everything goes silent. And the only thing you can conclude is that he became discouraged and gave up painting that year. I actually found a distant cousin who said that he fell in love with a girl from the Netherlands and they moved there for a while. At some point, he relocated to Los Angeles and died there in 2005. What I became obsessed with was, where is this? And man, this was fun, even pulling a friend who lives in New York in on this. And finally it became clear that Robert P. Anderson painted this from the soon-to-be defunct L, the elevated subway passing through Chatham Square at the edge of Chinatown. And as you look at the painting, you can see that the shops have kind of an artistic, abstract rendition of Chinese characters lighted on the front of stores. So he was up on the L, looking down into the square and into Chinatown. Robert P. Anderson, The City's Jewels, November 1954. So that's part 6 of What's on My Walls. And what's coming next? I've got to work that out. But I appreciate you being here. Till next time. Thanks.